What is up, YouTube? I have something very, very exciting, and I got. Let me wait for some people to tune in here. Do 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 do. Wait for some people to tune in because I have some awesome news. Okay, awesome. What's up, man? Let's wait for a few more people to tune in. Let me put a newsletter out. Make sure people are tuning in because I got something pretty awesome to share. So let me go ahead and update my newsletter. So I got, I just got the Phantom as well. Let me tell you, here's my new Phantom 4. It just came in today, so I'm so excited. I'm going to turn it off though. Okay. And then I have my Typhoon H in my room. But right now, let me just finish some things here. So I got the unique Typhoon H and the DJI Phantom 4. I got these two drones specifically to do a review video because a lot of people have been asking me, Josh, what should I get, the Phantom 4 or the Typhoon H? Well, in the video that I'm going to be releasing very, very soon, I'm going to be explaining the pros and cons of each product and which drone I recommend buying. So stay tuned for that because it's going to be a really, really awesome video. It's going to be very informative. It's even going to teach you some things that I'm sure that you did not know because I'm going extremely in depth with these drones. So I just want you to make sure that you are signed up for my newsletter too, because I will be letting you know when I will be releasing the video. So let me just go ahead and send this out. Make sure people are tuning in. Wow, my battery on my MacBook just went from 80 to 60%. Isn't that funny? Okay, anyway, the Phantom 4. Let's talk a little bit about the Phantom 4. I'm not going to compare it to the Typhoon H because I don't want to spoil anything for you. But here is the Phantom 4. Isn't it gorgeous? Look at this thing. You know what? Let me go grab the Typhoon H as well. So sit right here. I'll be right back. Let me grab the Typhoon H. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay. The Typhoon H. Here it is. Here's the baby. Here's the little baby Typhoon H. Why do I call it a baby? Because it is a little baby. It's a little toy. But yeah, I don't know what it is about drones. I just love flight. Like, I love anything that has to do with going up in the sky. That's why I plan to go skydiving soon and doing all this crazy stuff. Because I just love being up high. I love heights, if that makes any sense. I know a lot of people are scared of heights, so I just love heights. So here is the unique Typhoon H. Here is the DJI Phantom 4. You can sort of see the size difference. I don't have the propellers on the Typhoon H though, because I just got it unpacked. So the Typhoon is $12.99, and the Phantom 4 is $13.99. This Typhoon does not have the Intel RealSense, which is about I believe $600 more. Um, but I did get a chance to fly this Typhoon quite a lot, and I do have a lot to say about the Typhoon H. There's so many things I need to cover about it. Um, so stay tuned for my review video because I am going to talk about the pros and cons of the Typhoon H and the Phantom 4. You would be surprised because I'm really picky about technology. I look at the very, very tiny little details that can cause some major problems in the future. So, like, I will be talking about the wiring of the Typhoon H and the wiring of the Phantom 4 because it all has to do with the electronics. If the electronics are badly installed or badly manufactured, your drones will not last. So I'm going to be talking about that. Uh, a lot of it has to do, comparing both the drones, a lot of it has to do with um, build quality. And you would be surprised which one would win in build quality. I'm not going to say anything of it right now, but stay tuned for my review video because I will be talking about the craziness of build quality between the two, the differences between the two. It's like it's a huge gap between the two drones, and when it comes down to build quality. Um, but let me just tell you, the Phantom 4. Let me go to I got this about a week ago, maybe over a week ago. The Phantom 4 just came today, and I have to tell you, like, this thing is so cool. The features on this thing, so awesome. Um, it's like basically it's like a rock that flies because it's so sturdy. It feels like it's indestructible. Um, I just love this thing too. So it's going to be very interesting to compare these two, the Typhoon H and the DJI Inspire. Not the Inspire, the Phantom 4. I have my Inspire 1 as well still. It's in my room all packed up. I love that thing. That was the first, not the first drone, but it was the first professional drone that I've owned. I actually have a little Blade Nano that I loved crashing because those things don't really break. So I would run it into walls and stuff like that, and I would just love messing with my little Blade Nano. You could do flips with it and crazy stunts. So no huge drone can do that. You can only buy the little tiny ones, the racers that flip upside down and do crazy stuff. So eventually, I hopefully get good enough in drone racing because I I think that would be a lot of fun. Yeah, so I go to this park in Los Angeles, and this guy was also flying a Typhoon, and it literally looked like a flying saucer, especially with the lights on. It looked like an alien aircraft, so that was kind of cool. So let's get some close-ups about the Unique, because I know a lot of people don't have it. More people bought the Phantom 4 than they did the Unique, but, let me just go ahead and show you the Unique. Here it is. Here's the camera cover. Okay, so basically I'll just give you a quick rundown of what it's made out of. The top shell and the bottom shell made out of just regular old plastic. You have carbon fiber landing gears, carbon fiber, what I like to say, wings for the motors. These are carbon fiber. They feel like plastic just because there is like some sort of glossy coating over it, but they're carbon fiber. Of course, it has the ultrasonic obstacle avoidance in the front. It has the 4K camera at the bottom. Battery goes in back here. GPS is up here, obviously. But yeah. It's actually a drone that I'm really not used to flying because I'm used to flying four motors, not 6. So it's kind of tough at times to tell orientation just because it's so uniform all around. So it's a little tough at times to tell whether it's facing forward or backwards. So that's just one of the things that I noticed while I was flying. Another cool feature about the Typhoon is that if one motor fails, you have 5 more motors. I don't know why I'm talking like that. So if one motor fails, another 5 are left spinning, and you will remain in the air. So you don't have to worry about that. Looking at the motors themselves, they have good quality coils, copper coils, the way they're supposed to be made. And the motors do feel nice and sturdy. So that's all I'll say right now about the Typhoon H. It's a cool looking hexacopter. So yeah, and I'm gonna do a lot of I'm gonna shoot a lot of stuff with this thing, and I'm gonna really talk about the guts of the Typhoon H, the wiring, the way they did the electronics, because that's what I'm really interested in. It's not what's on the outside; it's what's on the inside that make a drone a drone. So we're gonna talk about the insides. We're gonna talk about the specific choices Unique has made about the engineering of the system and why. So you need to watch the video that I'm going to be releasing very soon. I'm actually, I'm still shooting it. There's just so much to say about these drones, and I think it's very important, especially if you're going into real estate, cinematography, or photography. Drones are the next big thing. No more. We don't need a crane anymore, basically. So it's all about drones now. Alright, so let's answer some questions here. If you have any questions, go ahead and let me know. I would love to answer some. If you have some specific questions on the Typhoon H. Oh, come on. What kind of question is that? Of course the Inspire. So far, the Inspire, it's like a graceful drone. It's so, I can't believe I'm talking like this about a machine, but it's very graceful. It was engineered perfectly. Like it looks like a bird. It's just so brilliantly designed. Like, I love technology. I look at technology as an art form. So if there are specific things that I really like, I refer to it as like a certain type of art, because somebody came up with it. It was inside the mind, and now it's real. So that's art. Whatever's in here and that comes out, and that's art. So I really, really appreciate what's going on in technology. Next question. Ask away, ask away, ask away. So so the Phantom 4, as I said previously, feels like a rock. What's really interesting is that the CEO of DJI, Frank Wang, that's how much of a geek I am. I know who the CEO is of all these companies. But anyway, CEO Frank Wang of DJI said this is the sexiest drone that we've made. And you know what? I agree. It's very modern looking. Definitely very Apple-esque, because Apple is probably one of the sexiest, like what they make is probably the sexiest when it comes down to computers. It's very sleek, very thin, and it's very stylish. So this actually, if I take a picture of my MacBook Pro and my Phantom together, it's like we're living in the modern age, if that makes any sense. Because if you notice the way they designed the body of the Phantom 4, it's there's no sharp, rigid edges. It's very smooth to the touch. It's round, and it's very, there's no straight cuts in the molding of this. So it's very, very modern, and it's fantastic. And what I also noticed is that these propellers are actually flexible. So it doesn't look like they will, if they run into something, it doesn't look like they're going to snap off right away. It looks like they can take some sort of a beating before they completely chip away. But these propellers, they feel very, I like the flexibility of them. That's actually very important to have. So it's just a fantastic drone, the Phantom 4. So as I said before, you need to watch my review video of me comparing the Typhoon H to the Phantom 4, because I'm going to tell you again the pros and cons of both drones and which one I would rather have. So it's fantastic. So basically, if you don't know this already, the Phantom 4 has obstacle avoidance, not through ultrasonic, but by optics. So we have two cameras here, 3D cameras. What makes it 3D is the two cameras here. So what happens is that they sense depth. Just like our eyes, you know, with one eye, if you cover one eye up, you can't really sense depth. But with two eyes open, you can actually sense depth, which is why 3D is shot with two cameras, because it gives you that sense of depth. So that's why they put two optics here, one here to the left and one to the right. That's how it senses 3D depth. So that's very cool. And they also did that with the bottom sensors as well. They put two optics. Compared to the Phantom 3, which only has one, Phantom 4 has two. So that also senses depth as well. And again, just like the Inspire and the Phantom 3, Phantom 4 also has ultrasonic altitude sensors. So it detects how far away you are from the ground. So those are very, very important and very cool technological advances in drone technology. The Unique only has the ultrasonic sensors in the front. It doesn't have any optical sensors unless you buy the Intel RealSense, and it doesn't have the sensors on the bottom, so it can't track the ground, and it cannot track altitude other than using its what's it called, the pressure sensor inside. So the Phantom 4 has both the pressure sensor to detect altitude, and it also has the ultrasonic system to detect altitude within 30 feet. So those are just two things to remember. Again, I'm going to go over all of this in complete detail. I will not tell you which one I would rather have as of right now, because I want it to be surprised, and you will be surprised, I guarantee you, of which I think is the better drone, because it's honestly, one drone is far more advanced than the other, like at least 2 or 3 years ahead of the other. So I will be talking about that in my review video. So let's see if you guys have any questions. I have the Phantom 4. It's a solid bird, but I prefer flying my Inspire 1. That looks interesting. Yeah, honestly, the Inspire 1, but you got to remember that the Inspire 1 is in a different class of drones. It's like it's a professional drone. You can put a very expensive cameras on there. So don't forget that. The Phantom 4 is more for people that are just getting into aerial cinematography, and don't forget that it's a lot more. What is it called? It's a lot more portable. Is the 4K camera replaceable after a crash? I mean, for both drones. What I mean is swappable like the X3 and the X5. So for the no, it's not. For the Unique, I've heard rumors that it is swappable, but by looking at it, by the way the wires are designed and all that, definitely not swappable on the Unique. And I already know for a fact that the camera is not swappable on the Phantom 4 either. So, yeah. Yeah, again, the Typhoon H does not have a battery level indicator. The only way you can check the battery level is by plugging it into the charger or plugging it into the Typhoon H. But even the battery charger doesn't tell you the levels. It just has blinking lights that mean 2.5 hours left or done charging. It doesn't tell you what level the battery's at. The Phantom 4, okay, I'm not going to say anymore. I don't want to spoil the review video. But yeah, so I think I think what's happening in the drone market right now is just so awesome. And it's just it's remarkable. Let's get you some close-ups. Oh, sprinklers are going off. Let's get you some close-ups of the Phantom 4. Okay. Right here. But I'm telling you right now, the video that I'm going to release about the two drones, it's going to be so in depth. Like I'm going to be talking a lot about the guts inside the system. What makes this drone, what makes these drones amazing? It's all about what's inside. And we're going to talk about, of course, picture quality, stabilization, flight characteristics, flight modes, flight features, build quality, unboxing, ease of use, like all that stuff we're going to cover in this video. So by the end of that video, you will know for a fact which drone to buy. Okay? So, again, Phantom 4, that's what it looks like from the front, from the back, underside, top side. Left and right look exactly the same. What was really cool is that I actually flew this inside my home. I thought it was... I was a little terrified at first because I tried flying my Inspire 1 like a month after I first got it in my home, and it was just drifting like crazy. I don't know if you already know this, but the Inspire 1 has very, very powerful motors. They're about double the size of the Phantom 4 motors, and they're going to produce double the amount of power. Plus the propellers are a lot longer too. I think these are 8-inch propellers. I think so, maybe less. And the Inspire, I believe, has 12-inch propeller. Maybe not 12-inch, but they're a lot longer. Okay. Alright, the thoughts on the Zenmuse Z3. I'm considering since it's cheaper than the X5, but I'll wait till I hear more. If you're deciding whether to get the Z3 or the X5, get the X5. Why? Because the X5, interchangeable lens. It's an interchangeable camera body. You can put different lenses on there. That's one. 2, you get a bigger sensor. 3, picture quality will be slightly better. The X5R, though, is when you really start to see the difference in picture quality. Like, really start seeing the difference in picture quality. The X5R gives you production quality, cinema production quality footage. It's raw. We're not talking about any sort of compression when you're talking about the X5R camera. So there's no compression there. It comes right onto the solid-state drive. So that's amazing. I've messed with the X5R, and my gosh, the picture quality that comes out of that thing, it's like better than what I see with my eyes. It's a little scary. And I'm sure, I hope that DJI continues to make cameras for the Inspire 1, or if they're going to release another Inspire, maybe they'll, keep making better cameras for it, because right now it's a GH4, basically, a camera body of a GH4 on an Inspire 1. And the GH4 produces phenomenal image quality. So I see that we got some new viewers. I know some people are working right now, which is why I'm not getting many viewers, but here's the Typhoon H. It's a cool hexacopter. I got it about a little over a week ago. I did a ton of flying with it. So I will be reviewing the Typhoon H against the Phantom 4. So it's going to be a pretty cool review. Here's a close-up of what the camera looks like on the Unique. It's a 360-degree gimbal, infinite 360-degree. How were they able to do that? Basically, there are no wires between the gimbal housing and the shock plate. It's basically magnetic. I'm pretty sure it's communicating through magnets. So I think that's how the signal is being transferred. But in the gimbal, there are wires, and I will talk about that in the review video. My honest opinion about wiring on the Typhoon H, and my honest opinion on the wiring on the Phantom 4. So, again, here's the size difference. Let me see if I can fit it in frame. Phantom 4 versus the Typhoon H. Yeah. So that's how they look like together. Hopefully you guys can tell the difference between the two in size. So let's see if I can answer any questions here. Does the Typhoon H have dual operator capability? Yes, it does. It has what is called team mode. So what I thought was pretty unique about the Typhoon H was that it comes with a little remote that you can actually, that is called the Wizard. And what this remote does is you basically can leave your controller, you know, out of your hands and use this little remote and actually point at something, and the Typhoon H will fly to it. You can actually control the altitude and velocity using the remote. So I thought that was pretty cool, unique to do. But I really will tell you my opinion about it on the review video. But you can also use another ground station with the unique Typhoon H. You can use another remote. There's a setting, I don't know if I said this already, but there's a setting in the Typhoon H called Team Mode. You switch that on, you'll be able to hook up another remote, and you'll be able to use two remotes for two operators. One for the drone, one for the pilot, and one for the camera. Do you want me to put my Inspire 1? Okay. You want me to do that? Let me go grab my Inspire 1. It's packed up in my case. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Alright, I'm back. I don't know how I'm going to hold all this. It's going to be tough. But here's the Inspire 1. Okay, just... That's the Inspire 1. I can't even fit it in frame, can I? And that is the... I'm looking at the feedback on my video. It's a little laggy. My facial expressions are hilarious. But anyway, here's the Inspire 1, and here's the Typhoon H. The Typhoon H is the tallest drone out of all these three because of the massive landing gear it has. So that's, that's what it is. I love my Inspire 1. Oh, beautiful drone. It's like perfect in every way, seriously. Okay, let's see if we have any more questions. Yeah. So I made a few videos about the Inspire 1 about maintenance. I talk about how to really maintain the health of your motors, the health of your landing gear, all that good stuff. The ultrasonic sensors and the optical sensor. So check out my channel. You'll be able to tell how to properly maintain your Inspire 1. So, yeah. Any more questions, you can go ahead and ask me. It's beautiful out right now, but we have a really large fire about, I think, 20 miles away from me, but I see the smoke. It burned already like 30,000 acres. It's massive. So, yeah, that's another thing I want to talk about. On the news last night, I think I saw a Typhoon H flying near the fire. The Typhoon H or a 3DR Solo, it was a black drone. I couldn't really get a clear picture of what kind of drone it was. Don't ever fly near a fire, okay? If you get caught, you're going to prison. That's what it is. You're going to get a fat fine, you're going to go to prison, and you're going to lose your drone. and you know, don't do it. People are fighting fires, risking their lives. If a drone goes up, helicopters can't and airplanes can't because they got to fly at low altitude, and you're risking, you know, crashing into them and causing more fires. So that's and more problems. Don't do that. Stay away from the fires, and you'll be fine. So just be very cautious of that. Never ever fly near a fire. It's really not. Let the firemen do their job. Okay, good question, Mango. How fast is the Unique? I clocked the Unique at maximum of 30 miles an hour. Um, so it's 30 miles an hour on the Unique. And apparently in follow me mode, it can go up to 40 or 35. But I will be testing that on tomorrow. I'll be testing that tomorrow. So I'm excited for that. The Inspire one looks better build, beefier solid. The arms on the Typhoon H seem flimsy. You know what? The Typhoon H arms, they're not really flimsy. They're actually very stiff. They don't move. There's no gap in the arms, so they don't move up or down once they're locked in place. So, but we're going to talk about, because they fold like this, we're going to be talking about the lifespan, how long I expect this thing to last with that type of you know, mechanism. It's a big word. Yeah. Usually things that fold can cause problems, and I'll show you why in my video. The Inspire 1, however, what's really interesting about the Inspire 1 is that the landing gear is part of the whole structure, meaning that the motors are attached to the landing gear. So the system doesn't have any extra junk on it. However, the Typhoon H does. Okay, it has this landing gear that really serves no purpose but landing. The Inspire 1 was very, you know, it was very smartly designed. Smartly, that's a word, right? The landing gear and motors are the same, so they go up and down, and it's just it's a lot more. You know, the reliability of this will be a lot more than the Typhoon H, in my opinion. So let's keep that in mind. I just flew this thing today, and it was just amazing. I love flying it. You know, it's important also to check for cracks. I have a few cracks, but they're nothing to worry about. I can just fill it with glue, and it should be good as new. But yeah, especially on the Inspire 1, because the braking is so powerful. When you let go of the sticks, it just boom pulls back. It puts a lot of stress on the plastic parts. So after a year and a half, 2 years of use, you will develop some stress cracks, but those are repairable, don't forget. These are very tiny stress cracks, which probably won't get any worse. But just for safety, you know, you never know what may happen. It's good to fill it in with a little bit of glue. So that's important. Any more questions? Now is the time. Yeah, so I think that I really think that this video will, you know, if you're looking to decide whether or not to buy the Phantom 4 or buy the Unique, you will definitely know which one to buy after my video. I promise you. So, and if you ever have any questions, you can always email me at info@capturethemomentum.com. You can also visit my website, where I talk about a whole bunch of other film gear as well. drone gear, gimbal gear, you know, all that good stuff, cameras, visit my website at capturethemomentum.com. I have a blog there. You can write down your own opinions and stuff like that. You can also check out my Instagram at momentum_productions. You'll see all my, a lot of the projects I'm working on are on my, snippets are on my Instagram. My newest client, Rob Riches, who is a YouTube fitness celebrity. I film with him at Gold's Gym in Venice Beach, California, and he loves drones as well. So I think we're going to do a really cool collaboration video on drones. He's a car freak and a drone freak, and I'm also a car freak and a drone freak. I love both things. They tie they tie in together very, very well. Also, I want to do, if possible, I want to do a live stream on how to use drones, either on a music video or something like that. I think that's very important to learn how to use drones in those areas. So that's good. All right, Farouz, you're welcome for the maintenance video. I hope it's helped you out. Al, unique body. How's the build? Solid like the P4? You guys want to squeeze out all this information out of me before I release the video. Okay, I'll say a little bit more. Okay, just so I can save you some time. The unique, the build quality is nowhere as good as the Phantom 4. That's all I'm going to say. But I will explain to you in detail why. Quickly, what I'll say right now, there's just too much going on with the unique. There's just too many things poking out, just too many contraptions going on. Like, it's just too much. Too much. The reason why the Phantom 4 sells so well, it's because it's so simple. You know, it's just simplicity always wins. No one wants to buy something that's complicated. They always want to buy something that's simple. And I'm going to explain to you why I think the Phantom 4 is so simplistic compared to the Unique. Now, I'm not saying the Unique is basically as good as Firewood, but I'm just saying, like, when it comes to simplicity, the Phantom 4 does it. But yeah, in my review video, again, I'm going to be talking about the unboxing, what comes in the box, the ease of use. I'm going to be talking about build quality. I'm going to be talking about flight characteristics, flight features, gimbal stability, and picture quality. So those are, the major key points that I'll be covering. My favorite part, obviously, will be about build quality and picture quality. Those are two of my favorite things to talk about drones. My dad's an aerospace engineer, and then growing up with my dad, it's just, I used to sell gas scooters, so I know how to build, small engines and stuff like that. So I just love building stuff. So I'm really into technology because I just love how things work together. But yeah, in that video that I will release soon will include all of that good stuff. So if you have any other questions, please ask, please ask. I'll be ending this live stream soon. When will I release the video? I think within the week I'll release the video. I still have a little bit of more shooting to do for it, and then I'll be able to release it. So yeah, I just want to make sure that I'm happy with it and that you guys will get the information that you're looking for. I tried to make this, I try to make my videos unique compared to every other video that's on there on YouTube. Some videos are way too long and boring. Some other videos are just too short. So I just want to make this perfect. I want to make sure that you guys learn a ton of information about these drones in as little of time as possible. So I just want to make sure that's clear. Sorry, VKC question. What are you trying to say, Mingo? Sorry, I couldn't understand that. But yeah. Keep asking me questions. I'm going to go on for another 4 minutes. Last minute questions about the drones. I'll answer them. Please let me know if you're curious. I love curiosity. Alright, Alright, Mingo, good question. Batteries, are they good for going on planes? I only see these 5700 mAh. Are they lower? You know what? The Phantom 4 batteries are good to take on a plane. They're 4-cell. Inspire 1 batteries are a little bit, they're trickier to take on a plane. The unique batteries, I don't know. I haven't seen any articles about traveling on a plane with a unique. I'm sure they're okay because they're also 4-cell batteries, but I could be wrong. But I know for a fact that a lot of people travel on planes with the Phantom 4, so that shouldn't be an issue. Alright, I'm going to take 2 more questions before signing off, so please go ahead and ask away. Okay. Okay. Mango, I answered your question. Very good. Awesome. So, what I, again, thanks, Mango. I appreciate it, man. Hey, man. Karampreet. I still have trouble with my Amazon's DSLR stabilizer. Alright, man. That's a topic for another time. We're going to be talking about drones only today, but I'll definitely do another live stream where you'll be able to ask me questions live about stabilizers, because that's another thing I love using in my cinematography, stabilizers. So I'll be sure to answer that for you, my friend. But you know what? Comment below what the issue is, and I probably already have a video for it, so I'll just send you the link. Nathan, drones hurt your bones. I don't know what that means, man. But yeah, Karampreet, if I'm pronouncing your name properly, let me know. Let me know exactly what's going on with your DSLR stabilizer, and I'm pretty sure I have a video of it, of how to fix it. I'll just send you a link. But yeah. Alright guys, well, I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you very soon. Again, if you haven't already, I'm going to put a link to my website. I suggest you go to my website, you sign up for my newsletter, that way you'll be alerted when I come out with my new review video. Alright? I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.